Rain stops play. Eala's heartbreaking Suzhou Open round of 32 match suspended. Cloud with rain tennis. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more detailed videos. There are moments in tennis that no player can control. An errant bounce, a line call, the roar of a crowd at the wrong time. Yet, nothing frustrates quite like the weather. On an overcast afternoon in Suzhou, China, the clouds gathered above the hard courts, and the rain came down in sheets, halting a round of 32 clash that promised to be a defining moment for the Philippines' brightest star, Eala. For Eala, every tournament in 2025 has been part of a larger quest. Not only to climb the WTA rankings, but to prove to herself and the world that she belongs in the upper echelon of professional tennis. At the Suzhou Open, a WTA 125K event, she arrived with momentum, confidence, and a hunger to win. Yet fate had other plans. This is not just a story of a match suspended by rain. It is a story of anticipation, resilience, and invisible battles athletes face when nature interrupts destiny. Setting the stage in Suzhou. Suzhou, with its ancient canals, gardens, and shimmering modern skyline, became the backdrop for what should have been a straightforward tennis spectacle. The Suzhou Open, though not as prestigious as the Grand Slams, has developed a reputation for showcasing rising stars who later make it big. For Eala, the tournament held symbolic weight. She had come off a promising semi-final run at the Jingshan Open just a week prior, pushing herself through exhausting 3-set matches that tested not only her skill, but her willpower. Her opponent in the round of 32 was a seasoned WTA player known for her consistency from the baseline and tactical mind. It was to be a duel between youth and experience, fire and composure. Fans gathered both on-site and online, eager to see how the 20-year-old Filipino sensation would perform under Suzhou's floodlights. The match begins. The first set opened with fire. Eala came out swinging, her signature left-handed topspin forehand dictating play early. The sound of the ball cracking off her racket reverberated through the small but passionate stadium crowd. "Come on, Alex," a group of Filipino supporters shouted, their voices echoing to the drizzle that threatened overhead. She broke serve in the third game, pumping her fist and flashing a determined smile that has become her trademark. Her movement was sharp, her serve reliable, and she looked every bit the future top 20 player that analysts had projected her to be. Yet her opponent was no pushover. With years of tour-level experience, she absorbed the pressure, forcing long rallies and testing Alex's patience. The set stood at 4-3 when the first drops began to fall. The rain arrives. At first, it was a drizzle, light enough for the umpire to let play continue. Eala wiped her racket handle with her towel, looked up at the sky, and pressed on. But within minutes, the drizzle transformed into a downpour. The chair umpire raised her hand. "Ladies and gentlemen, play is suspended due to rain." Groans echoed from the stands. Players shook their heads, grabbed their bags, and retreated to the locker rooms. For Alex, the sudden pause was heartbreaking. She had the momentum, the rhythm, the energy of a player who believed she could seize control of the match. Now, everything was uncertain. Inside the locker room, rain delays are strange limbos for tennis players. The body cools down, adrenaline dissipates, and the mind wanders into dangerous territory, doubts, what-ifs, and frustrations. Alex sat quietly in the corner of the players' lounge, earbuds in, listening to her pre-match playlist. She tapped her foot to the rhythm, trying to stay focused. Yet, in truth, she was restless. She knew what rain delays could do. Matches could resume hours later under completely different conditions. Or worse, be pushed to the next day. The psychological toll of restarting a battle mid-flow is immense. Her coach whispered encouragement. "Stay ready. Hydrate. Don't let your mind wander." You had her on the ropes. Remember that. For the fans, the suspension was equally devastating. Many had traveled miles to watch the young star. Filipino flags waved under umbrellas as supporters debated whether to stay or go. Some clung to hope that the skies might clear. Others shook their heads, muttering about how often rain has altered the course of matches in Asia's autumn tournaments. Social media erupted. "Not the rain again. Alex was playing Solo crying face umbrella with raindrops. This is heartbreaking. She had momentum, hoping to resume tonight. Weather gods, please. We just want to see her finish strong. Eala's name trended across Filipino Twitter, with fans posting highlight clips of her forehand winners from earlier games. The bigger picture. For Alex Eala, every suspended point means more than just a pause. It is tied to her journey. The sacrifices of leaving home young to train in Spain, the pressure of representing a country that longed for a tennis breakthrough, and the heavy expectations placed on her shoulders as one of Asia's brightest prospects. Rain delays become metaphors. In many ways, her career itself has been about waiting for the right breaks, enduring setbacks, and staying mentally resilient when momentum is stolen away. The Suzhou suspension reminded fans of Wimbledon classics, where rain altered outcomes, of French Open marathons delayed overnight, of players forced to sleep with unfinished battles hanging over their heads. Resilience in the face of rain. Hours passed. The organizers announced multiple updates. Next inspection at 5:30 p.m. Still raining. Next update at 6:15 p.m. By sunset, the courts glistened with puddles. It was clear the match would not resume that night. Official word came. Match suspended. To be continued tomorrow. Alex exhaled, frustrated but composed. She zipped up her jacket, slung her racket bag over her shoulder, and walked to the tunnel where fans still called her name. She waved, offering a smile, though her heart weighed heavy. The emotional toll. For athletes, unfinished battles are mentally draining. Eala knew she had to wake up the next day and restart, essentially playing 2 matches in one. She would need to summon the same intensity she had earlier, but now under new conditions. Damp courts, cooler air, and the unpredictability of momentum. She wrote in her private journal that night, "I felt so alive out there. The rain stopped me, not my opponent. Tomorrow, I have to remind myself, the fight is still mine to win." Fans back home. In the Philippines, it was late at night when the rain suspension was announced. Fans who had stayed up to follow live scores felt the sting. Bit in. One fan posted on Facebook, using the Tagalog word for unfinished. For Alex Eala, the suspended match symbolized her journey. She has faced storms before, injuries, losses, self-doubt, and has always come back swinging. Whether she wins or loses when play resumes, the lesson remains. Resilience is not built on victories alone, but on the courage to keep going when momentum is stolen. As the Filipino star looked ahead to resumption of her round of 32 clash, the world watched with bated breath. Would she reclaim her momentum? Would she turn heartbreak into triumph? Only time and the skies would tell. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next time.